Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Nella, for those of you who don't know, and we are back with another video. Now in today's video, I'll be telling you guys and answering a question that I get asked ever so often, whether it be in my DMs, in the comments, in real life, and that question is, how is it that I'm able to travel while working as a full-time doctor? Especially, we've been going through a pandemonium, pandanini, whatever you want to call it. Miss Rona's been, being a plague on the entire planet, and yet still I'm able to travel. And if you follow my Instagram and you see all of my travel pictures and see me going to new interesting places, a lot of people always ask, girl, how are you traveling? Well, I'm here to answer you in this video. So if you are interested in finding out how I'm able to travel while working full-time, and if you're interested in traveling full-time yourself, whether you are a doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, any kind of full-time job, once you are employed by someone who is not yourself, or even if you're employed by yourself and you want to figure out how to travel a bit more, then keep on watching this video. Alright guys, let's go. Now, before we begin the video, you know what time it is. It is time for the shout out of the subscriber of the day. The person who has been subscribing and who left a comment in one of my last videos. I appreciate you guys so much, so much, and our family just continues to grow together, glow together, and we gonna go together. We gonna go hard in 2021 and beyond. The year has been trying for many of us. All right guys, so let's get into the video. Now, the first tip is that you have to have a travel mindset, and by that you have to make travel a priority. We make time for things that we find important and relevant to our lives, and if you want travel to be one of those things, then you have to know that you're going to have to utilize your hours and your schedule in order to make and manipulate travel as a part of your life, right? So you have to have this mindset that you can travel. Because some people probably just think that, oh, I can't go to those places, I can't afford it, yada yada yada. You have to make it a priority and understand that you can go anywhere that you want to go in the world, for the most part, as long as you have the mindset that you want to travel and you're willing to do what it needs to take. Now, I'm a proponent of work hard, play hard. So travel is important to me because I think it is culturally enriching. It gives experiences that you remember more than even just physical things. Sometimes it brings memories. You get to meet new people, you get to understand different, and it's a great way to explore and understand the world and even your own country, because even if we share borders, that don't mean so we share mindsets. So it's a great way to meet and interact with people that you would have never met in your life and may never meet again in your lifetime. Now, the second tip that I have for you guys is that you should begin locally exploring your environment. Now, everybody has somewhere in their background, in their backyard, that is interesting. I mean, tourists go everywhere and anywhere in the world, or for the most part, people travel to different countries for experiences because those countries are offering something that they cannot get in their own home. So you need to start embracing and appreciating that and do local travel. I predominantly local travel because it is what time allows at the moment, and so I try to embrace the fact that I have a beautiful environment and I have a beautiful place that people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to come and visit. I mean, talk truth. A lot of tourists from other countries, or even students who come to Jamaica from other countries, they come here and them do road like say road never make. And they are seeing and embracing our beautiful country, and we are sitting here complaining and wishing and wanting that we can travel, and we're not doing anything. So just like I try to travel locally, you can travel locally for wherever you are in the world. Every place has something that it can offer unique to them, and you can travel, whether it be to another parish, state, town, county, province, whatever you call it, and just explore and learn more about it, because each place also has its own history, its own culture that you won't really know just by looking on TV or even just watching on the internet. You have to go and experience it and talk to people who are local to the area, who can give you some of the insider tips, and they tell you all of the tricks about those places. So that is my second tip: travel local. Now, if you're going to travel local, then tip number 3 is just for you, and that is use your weekends, especially long holiday weekends. Definitely use them up. Your weekends are great, yes, to catch up on chores and to keep your environment safe, but if you can schedule one weekend a month, or 2 weekends a month, or even one day of each weekend just to go out and explore, you are winning the travel game, hon. So use your weekends and utilize them to the best of your ability. Pick somewhere that you've always wanted to go, write it down on a list, and just go. Your weekends are there for you, and it's not just there for work. Yes, you may want to work overtime to earn money, but I always say, you're earning all this money and you don't have the time to spend it. What is the point? All you're doing is making the government richer by them taxing you because of all the money that you're paying, or making your family comfortable because, you know, but they're comfortable financially, but I'm sure your family wants to see you more, and they would love and appreciate, especially if you have good relations, appreciate your presence and going on trips, using your weekends to spend time with your friends, family, or even if you don't have nobody, just go by yourself and do road, and utilizing your weekend to explore the world and meet new people. Then do you, boo-boo. Do you, boo-boo. Just utilize your weekends and get the most out of your travel experience. Now, tip number 4 is for all of you guys who want to go overseas now. You're into the overseas travel. You're local, you may not want to go local, or maybe you're doing road and local all the time and you're ready to explore the world. A whole new world. A new direction for to see. So you are ready to see the world, and one of the tips I have for you is to use your vacation time. Blasphemy. Now, if you listen to the grind culture, team no sleep, team work hard, don't do nothing but work, then I mean, all you're going to do is work. But as I said, work hard, play harder. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Use your vacation times. Maybe you try and make them accumulate, and maybe you say you get 14 days vacation time and you want to travel somewhere new, or if you don't necessarily have the money or finances to travel for it this year and you maybe make a plan to travel next year, then that vacation time will roll over into the new year, and you can just use up all of your vacation days. They are yours for a reason. It is yours to use. So don't let people take it for poppy show. An idiot talk about you're not entitled to vacation. No, I'm entitled to vacation. It is already a travesty that there are 52 weeks in the year and most of us only get 2 weeks vacation. So 50 weeks is not for vacation. Make it make sense, hon. So utilize your vacation time. It is your time. You not ask no question. You don't have to tell nobody what you're going to do. All if you want to go here just to sleep for the entire time. It is yours and yours to do with as you please. So utilizing your vacation to go to international travel, because you get more times, especially nowadays with COVID. Especially nowadays where you're traveling in the pandemic, you need to quarantine in lots of places. Giving yourself the extra time allocated so that you can travel and see the place and not just stuck in a hotel, or even if you have the vaccine, you're not just stuck in a hotel. So all you have to do is use your vacation time. So that is tip number 4. Are we at 4? Now tip number 5 is the big kahuna. The big kahuna is you won't have to budget for traveling. Like, there is no going around it. Traveling takes money, whether it be to take gas if you're doing road trips, toll if you're taking road trips. You need money for to pay to enter the places, or if you're doing international travel and you need to pay for plane tickets, you're paying for hotel stays, taxis, transportation, whatever. Traveling takes money, so you have to have a travel budget. Budgeting for traveling and making traveling a priority in your life is something that is important and is something that you need to consider. So if you want to travel, you have to make a travel budget. Put aside an expense to say, this is how much I am going to spend on a travel experience each week. Now, local travel is a bit easier, especially if you travel with a group, because then things like transportation, you can split the cost with somebody else. Or also, you know, entry fees, especially if you're a local, you use your local ID, you tend to get discount to enter places. And you can even negotiate and say, yo, big man, a yard me come from, you know, so what you can do for me? Yo, me no need them tourist prices. What you can do for me? Because I am Jamaican. Hun, I am Jamaican. I am not a foreigner, you know. So you can at least negotiate prices, or you can get discounts with your local IDs. Or you can use discount sites and travel sites, and sometimes you can even, for even hotels, local hotels, you can call them and you can ask them what is your local rate and not just their international rate that you see on the website. So you ask them what's their local rate and see if they can give a discount, and you can always negotiate. Don't make nobody tell you nothing. You can always negotiate for most things. Most things you can negotiate. The answer may not always be yes, but you can always try, because sometimes just by trying you're successful. Try, you can be successful. But for overseas, especially travel, international travel, I know like it's common for us, or what was travel when I was growing up. You go abroad, you go visit your relatives, you end up spending time with your relatives, you work around their schedule. You don't necessarily get to see what you want to do, but we grow now. We're a little bit older, a little bit more independent, and so having a travel budget, setting aside a certain amount each, what you can afford, and just making it a priority, may mean going out to one less party where you're seeing the same people, dressing up to impress the same people that you can see anywhere, any day, anytime, and half of them don't even like you. And you can just go instead and put that money towards going on a vacation and be like showing off. You just putting your pictures on Instagram like, how you doing? Hey, I'm in Maui. I'm in Bali. Parlez-vous français, Jean-Cher, ma chérie, je s'aime Paris. Alright, and you can just be having that great experience that you will remember for your lifetime. Even if you don't have the money now and you have that time again, you're going to just be like, you know, the time I went to Paris with my friend Stacy. And as I say, if you have somebody or people who you can go with, it always might work out cheaper, because you can split hotel fees and split transportation costs. But the point is, you always have that memory. You will always have that memory and that experience to call upon, and it enriches and explores and opens up your mind. Now, those are my main tips on how you can travel while working full time. I know I'm not reinventing the wheel here, people. Let's be real. I'm not reinventing the wheel, but sometimes you just need someone to tell you what to do, or tell you how to do it. And another way, just a bonus thing, is that there are people who are professional travel expats and travel bloggers and travel lifestyle writers and travel writers, and they give you great insider tips on how you can get the best discounts and best experiences. You don't always have to go to a hotel. Maybe you can use an Airbnb. Maybe you can consider doing a hostel, because hostels tend to be cheaper than staying in a hotel, traditional, or even an Airbnb. You just kind of figure out and look which ones are better hostels, because more people means more risk. But you just follow those travel explorers, travel writers, people who are known to have those experiences, and just ask them questions, message them, and they will a lot of them will answer you. And a lot of them will give you advice on how you can get to a destination that they have been. And that's another tip in terms of how you can learn to travel the world, or travel wherever you want to go, because I get messages in my inbox about places, about how they can get somewhere, and I will just be like, you know, this is how I did it and this is how I got there, these are the prices, and they can give you an idea of what to expect and how to live it up on your adventure. Now, if you have any more questions and if there are any more tips that you guys may have, then leave them in the comments down below. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to what? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Peace. All right, thank you guys. Mwah. I appreciate you.